The Lord Provost of the City of Edinburgh was appointed in May 2012. The Edinburgh Reporter interviewed him about some of the highlights of the last 2 years.
Well, it's been very eventful between one-off events and also, I think, things that have been regular events, but in terms of life-changing, it has been completely life-changing. And I think possibly if I just tell the first 3 days, for example, I was made the Lord Provost on the Thursday, and on the Friday there was the ceremony of the keys with the Queen, and then a dinner that night in Holyrood Palace. The next morning was the opening of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, so it was myself and the First Minister and the Assembly, and after that we came up to the City Chambers to welcome the Provosts and Lord Provosts, all newly appointed for the whole of Scotland, and I welcomed them, and then we had a lunch which I had to cut short because I was rushing off through to Hampden for the All Edinburgh Cup final, and then after that we got back, and there was nothing on the Saturday evening, and although we had the television on, we weren't really watching it because we were so stunned at all the things that had happened that day, because I had to go down onto the pitch and hand out medals for the runners-up. And the next day in the morning it was the reception for the, started off with the church service, so we processed up to St Giles, we came back, we had a reception for the new moderator of the General Assembly of the Church of Scotland, and we both spoke at that, and then we had immediately followed on from that a reception for Hearts, who had won the cup final, and then we went out into the quadrangle. There was over 100,000 people on the streets, packed the quadrangle and the high street, and went up onto the open top bus with the team, and all the way back to Tynecastle, and waving at people. And so in terms of life-changing, it was incredible. I think if I was to point out a highlight, it would be giving the freedom of the city to regiments, particularly one Scots who had just come back from Afghanistan, and also to HMS Edinburgh, because that was her final voyage, and to have the crew and the regiment lined up on the high street, and myself on a stage presenting them with the privilege, as it's known, was a tremendous honour for me and a very emotional moment.